Orleans Saints were a 1.5-point underdog to the Atlanta Falcons in Week 3. Now, 9 weeks later, the team is a 13-point favorite against the Falcons at the Superdome. The Saints won and covered in that first game against the Falcons and have won and covered every game since. Even with an offense like Atlanta is getting just shy of 2 touchdowns, early betting action has been heavy on the Saints and also on the over, which has been bet up slightly from 58.5 points to 59. As far as a Turkey Day record, New Orleans won its only Thanksgiving appearance in 2010. Atlanta is 1-1 and has not played on Turkey Day since 2007. This is a bad week for Atlanta to be going on the road for a Thursday night football game. No week is optimal for that scenario, but the Falcons have lost 2 in a row to fall to 4-6 straight up and just 3-7 against the spread. The Falcons are just 6-4 to the over, even though the offense has averaged over 400 yards per game and the defense has given up over 400 yards per game. The Falcons' offense has been held to 35 points in the last 2 weeks, but Matt Ryan is still the leader of a top 10 offense. The Falcons are 9th in points, 6th in total yards, 2nd in turnovers, and 4th in percentage of possessions, ending with points. The Falcons are doing that despite being 29th in average starting field position. Atlanta is also 2nd in third down conversion rate and 9th in touchdown percentage in the red zone. Ryan has a 22-4 touchdown interception ratio and has completed over 71% of his passes. Julio Jones is having a monster season with almost 1,200 yards and 73 catches already. But it's this Falcons defense that has been the problem. Deion Jones is supposed to return from injury this week, and his return will be huge for a defense that only has 9 takeaways on the season and has allowed the 4th most points in the entire NFL. The Saints have won 9 in a row and have covered 8 in a row as they take the field at home on Thursday night. New Orleans is 9-1 straight up and 8-2 against the spread. Despite the efficiency of the Drew Brees-led offense, the Saints are exactly 5-5 on the over-under. The Saints have not been a double-digit favorite over the Falcons since way back in 2009, and this would be the largest favorite role for the Saints dating back to at least 1989 in this head-to-head matchup. In 5 games as a double-digit favorite in this head-to-head series, the Saints are only 1-4, but those games were played between 1992 and 2009. Overall, the Saints have been double-digit favorites 20 times since Brees joined the team in 2006. They're 15-5 straight up, but just 8-12 against the spread. The over is 14-6 in those 20 games. It is simply unfair when Drew Brees activates his God mode. The 39-year-old is flipping the bird to father time this season with a career-best 76.9% completion percentage and a career-low 0.3% interception rate. Brees has a 25-1 touchdown interception ratio, a career-best 126.9 quarterback rating, and 9.76 adjusted net yards per pass attempt. Alvin Kamara has 5.9 yards per touch, and Mark Ingram and Taysom Hill are also both over 5 yards per touch each. Michael Thomas has 82 catches on 91 targets for 1,042 yards. The Saints are scoring on 62.5% of their possessions, which leads the NFL by a comfortable margin. Aside from a defensive debacle against Ryan Fitzpatrick and the Buccaneers in Week 1, the Saints' defense has played really well. Dan Quinn is a defensive guy at heart, but he has to know that the Falcons have no chance at slowing down the Saints in this game. That means putting the pedal to the metal offensively. The Falcons' offense has been solid for most of the season and has done a great job converting in the red zone. That is one big weakness that the Saints' defense has, as opponents have scored a touchdown on 21 of 30 red zone trips. That should be enough to keep the Falcons in this game. This should be a backyard 7-on-7 style football with a bunch of big plays that has a lot of yardage, much like their first game. That game featured 80 points and 941 yards of offense. The Falcons have also had problems closing out games under Quinn. The Falcons have lost 12 games with a fourth quarter lead. For our purposes, though, the plus 13 on the Atlanta side is a good safety net against a collapse like that. So we'll take the New Orleans Saints straight up. The Atlanta Falcons against the spread and play this game over 59 points. Want some free money? Click over to BetDSI.com and get up to $500 free cash to move your bets along when you open an account today. Join all the action with a few fun and exciting wagers, because it's only a game until you bet it.